Well, here we go. We're going to start the program with a catchweight contest and 6 5-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout will decide the winner. Now, over on my right, in the red corner, a wrestler who calls himself Mr. Perfect, Mr. Body Beautiful, Nature Boy, Johnny England. And his opponent, from Cannock in the Midlands. On my left, in the blue corner, will you welcome, please, Pat Patton. And ladies and gentlemen, the referee for this contest, from Shrewsbury, Mr. David Rees. Thank you, David.
Seconds away, round 1.
Hello again, grapple fans. Good afternoon to you. And here at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, the Civic Centre here in Oldham, we welcome you to another professional wrestling session. And we start this afternoon's proceedings with a catchweight bout of 6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls to decide, between Johnny England of Wolverhampton at 11 stone 13. There's back to us in the fancy boot tops there, striped trunks. There he is on the deck. And easily distinguishable anyway because of his opponent, Pat Patton from Cannock, also near Wolverhampton in the Midlands at 11 stone 10, just giving 3 pounds away to England here this afternoon. Pat Patton in the judo gear, or what he considers the professional wrestling version of the judo gear. He got the black belt anyway. 6 5s, 2 falls to decide. And these two men, of course, have recently met before on television. No doubt you remember in the Mike Marino Shield, and the promoter decided to, it was so near that afternoon that the promoter decided to give them another bout. It looks as though it could be a really interesting starter. Double wrist lock from a backhammer position by England. The referee, Dave Rees, right behind there, watching closely.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right.
Probably won't be too long before Patton takes that top off. Just leaves the light green pants on, right through the ropes.
Right.
Trip, England. Toe and ankle. Tried to turn his man, but was spun out before he got there. As there's the speed of his opponent, Pat Patton. Very fast boy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, Johnny muscles England going in there very hard. Right at the beginning of the slammer crutch hold, reverse double knee hold. England the first chance here.
1. Right, wrestle.
Great body check off the ropes by England.
3, 4, 5.
Patton better not be waiting for another of those. He has.
2.
Couple of minutes to go in this first round of 6. And England taking over at the moment here with the strength stuff. This time Pat got him quick. Oh, cross press, very fast. Couldn't hold it, but an extremely good counter move by Patton men. This is the third one of those he's delivered.
4, 5, 6.
Maybe a pretty good weakener at that. Going for the head scissors eventually. Yes, he's got it from the back there.
I bet you're enjoying that, England.
Just a minute left. Well, all started by Johnny England going for a head scissors figure 4 style, which he's still got on, but Pat Patton is trying everything he knows to get rid of it. To no avail so far. Those legs firmly around his neck with the instep of England's left foot behind his right knee. Very firm. He's got 25 seconds to try and get out of this, or the bell will help him. He's out of it. He's got the figure 4 leg lock from it too with 12 seconds. I don't think he'll get both those powerful arms. He's right on the bell anyway. So England, having held the advantage for most of that round, the latter part of the round anyway, now limping back to his corner as we follow him, Johnny England, Mr. Muscles from Wolverhampton, at 11 stone 13. The man who's derived his surname from winning the coveted health and strength title, bodybuilding, of course.
Seconds away, round 2.
Round 2, 5 rounds to go, and here at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, Oldham, everybody pretty interested in this warm-up bout, which often turns out to be a warm-up bout, but they're really going right from round 1 they went. And it's Pat Patton in the judo gear, the shiny judo gear at the back, versus Johnny England, both from the Midlands. That's England. Full Nelson. Dave Rees of Shrewsbury, the referee, he's going to watch England pretty closely because he knows his tricks of old. Still the full Nelson. Patton trying everything he knows to break that Nelson. Oh yes, well that's England no wish to follow him over, so he released. Order to break there, a little bit unfair on England there, it is said, because the feet weren't actually through the ropes. Must have been the head underneath. Bottom one. Yes, took him beautifully over the top. Double leg Nelson now, but again ropes very near. Yes, and referee decides to break them again. Nice posting. England got the strength for that. Perfect timing as well. And another.
1, 2, 3.
Well, there are a couple of back weaknesses we don't forget in a hurry. Patton trying to get up on his feet, his bare feet. Remember, one of the few barefoot wrestlers. Reverse double knee hold England.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Japanese triangle hold, full. Both hands. Just 2 minutes left in the second. Patton trying to get that knee down onto the shoulder blade to try and get the shoulder blade touching the canvas. No avail again. Very powerful biceps, this fella, Johnny England. Figure 4 leg lock, Pat. Oh yes, caught him on the way from the ropes there. Beautifully timed. Headlock and strangle to England. Trying that figure 4 leg lock again. That figure 4 head scissors again, and he's got it.
No.
It's okay.
Bill.
Just a minute left. Well, I remember very well at the end of round 1 how Patton took so long to try and get out of this. He just made it before the bell, but he's got the same problem now. He's got 35 seconds to go. Very tight around that left-hand side of the throat there. England, powerful legs. Weightlifter's legs. But he's out again. He's done it again with just 12 seconds left in this second round.
1, 2,
Excellent effort.
3, 4, 5.
Well, Pat Patton, who trying to follow back to his corner, doesn't seem to be going to get there this time because he had a bit of a shaker a couple of occasions in that. He's up against a very powerful opponent, and he's giving away a lot of strength advantage here. There comes the jacket.
Seconds away, round 3.
Now he means business against this man, England, as Patton takes off that jacket as we start the third round. Still no score.
Give it to him now.
1, 2,
Yes,
3, 4,
England starting to
5,
use the strength
6,
holds
7,
very consistently now. He's trying a backbreaker over the shoulders.
No.
9.
Yes, it certainly looks as though England is doing all right at the moment. He's got Patton really dictating to Patton all the time so far.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 2,
But Patton, knowing Patton, he can come back very fast. And here is one example of it. Nice backdrop following that posting. Patton goes down a bit late with that double knee hold, but he's still allowed to get away with it if he can hold it. But I don't think he can hold it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago on television, Grapple fans, you saw these two men fighting each other during one of the heats of the Mike Marino Shield, and Patton won it on a points decision from the referee. It was so close and it was such a good bout that the promoters, joint promotions, decided to put them together again in the ring, and I believe it's working out just as they planned, pretty well. It's certainly some bout. England taking the advantage with strength holds most of the time, but Patton coming back with his speed on the counters. Still no score. There it is. Now, where did that land? Throat? or high chest. His knee seems to be worrying him more than the throat anyway. For once, Johnny England staying back a little bit from Patton. Hesitating a little before coming forward. Flying tackle, beautiful one by Patton over the top cross press, and very nearly. Gets a count of 2.
3, 4, 5. 2, 3.
2 minutes to go, and Pat Patton, remember, only giving away 3 pounds here to England, but England's such a strong fellow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No.
I don't know quite why Patton's trying to counter in this manner, but it's a headlock and strangle that's on him. Patton trying to get his man over by grabbing the head, but I don't really see there's much chance of that. Anyway, he's up now. Just 1 minute. Well, they're screaming for Pat Patton now because they think that he being the lightest man isn't actually there for him. Half a minute. Perfectly legal, landing on the knees, on the spread knees.
6.
10 seconds.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Monkey climb, Patton trying to make the feet, but not quite. Patton almost made his feet there. Almost landed in a standing position, but not quite. I cannot see that that can do any good to his bare feet at all, trying to land on them after a monkey climb that height. Anyway, he almost made it, and he's tried it a couple of times so far. There's England on the left there, halfway through the bout, and in charge most of the time. Patton coming back fast with the counters, though, and anything could happen.
Seconds away, round 4.
Round 4, 3 to go, and no score in this preliminary contest here at the Queen Elizabeth Hall, Oldham. Johnny England of Wolverhampton versus Pat Patton of Cannock. And it's England attacking again with those striped, horizontal striped trunks and the really fancy tops to his wrestling boots.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Tassels all over the place. That's how England gets out of trouble when he feels he's trailing a bit, although there's no score, of course, yet. This time that could go to a nice forward monkey climb there by Patton, but through the ropes, unfortunately, for him. Couldn't follow it up. There's the monkey climb again, this time by Patton. And the crutch hold by Patton, slam, cross press. Can he hold it now? No. Only a count of 1.
4, 5, 6, 7.
The crowd never like it when Johnny England disappears to the ropes to get a bit of a breather. And the referee won't like it if he does it for too long.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Keeps trying those crossed hands to the throat.
2, 3.
The backbreaker again over the shoulders. Trying for a submission maybe from this angle or posting.
5,
he was up already.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
England allowing him to get off his feet, but not allowing him to settle down at all once he's on his feet.
5, 6, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let him up, let him up.
There's that favourite move of England so far this afternoon. Johnny England going for that very close figure 4 head scissors. Always attacking from the side or the back. And Patton's had problems with this. He's got another 2 minutes before the bell helps him out here. Well, this is England's special face-down knee drop. Probably no, he's submission from there on a backbreaker. The one way up, very neat. Strength submission. Just under 4 minutes into round 4, England gets the first submission over Pat. Brian Crabtree, your master of ceremonies, to announce it.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 3 minutes, 55 seconds of round 4, the referee gives the first submission to the body beautiful Johnny England.
Yes, posing as always, but he's earned a lot of reputation for posing in the past. Mr. England in 75, Mr. Central Britain in 76. Great physical culturist, this fella, and now turned to pro wrestling. He's got to use his strength and pose a little on occasions.
Seconds away, round 5.
2 to go, and now it's England leading Patton, 1 submission to 0, and looks as Patton's going to go for another of the same, except that he's rolled down neatly this time. Can he take his man over the top for a shoulder press? He can. He's got him, but he can't get it for 3. Unlucky. Oh, great flyer. Beautiful drop kick there by Patton. England clean out of the ring through the top ropes. And this, although he's leading by 1 submission to 0, Patton tries the same thing again. This time misses completely. Both men outside the ring. Patton in quickly over the top. Nice bit of gymnastics there from him. England getting counted, but only up to 6 before he's back. The crowd don't like it outside, and the referee doesn't like it too much. He's counting. Well, that was unlucky after that really beautiful drop kick. Landing with precision on the jaw of England.
7, 8.
Again, England tries that backbreaker that he got the first submission with in the 4th round, last round. And again, Patton gets out of it. Terrific body check. He really has got a vicious body check. And try it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Beautiful arm rolls, both by Patton. England doesn't want any more for the moment. Missed it over the top, double leg Nelson, and Patton in trouble. Folding press, and England in trouble. This could be it now. Oh, so nearly. thought that was Patton's equaliser.
5, 2,
He really deserved it after an excellent fast counter there, following that double leg Nelson. Too strong, says referee Dave Reese. Patton still trailing. Patton, those shiny pants of his. Getting a wee bit angry now. Backbreaker over the knee this time, but the feet are off the deck, so not having its full effect. Less than a minute, round 5.
No.
England trying all he knows for another submission, which should be the winner if he get it.
No.
If he can get it. Patton has other ideas. Half a minute. Yes, nicely over the top. There's another counter for Pat Patton, and once again England going for that figure 4 head scissors. He's got just over 10 seconds. Patton turns into it nicely, but he won't bother if only he knew it. The bell's going any second. Well, Patton's worried about the back of his neck following that. I think that, and so is England. They're both worried about the back of the neck. England are going to his corner. But he's still got that submission lead that he scored in the round 4, and there's only one round to go. So if he holds that, it's good enough for a win for him. Patton...
Seconds away for the 6th and final round.
Patton has got to get an equaliser now, but he's got no chance of winning this bout at all, unless, of course, by a knockout or an unlikely disqualification. The crowd seem to be for him wholeheartedly here.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Pile driver coming from Johnny England here. Yep.
5, 2.
And he's coming from the top rope if he's allowed to. But he caught him, but his main weight missed him. That's the main thing. And England was on the know for a moment, getting out, but he's getting helped in by his hair. And taking Rod beautifully that swinging arm roll, but couldn't complete it with the cross press. Unlucky. Lovely move again by Pat Patton. He's improving every time we watch this boy. Patton, a black belt first Dan. But of course he hasn't got the strength of a Johnny England. Look at those biceps here, physique. But he's doing all right, he's staying with it, although he's still trailing by that one submission in the 4th. England complaining to Dave Reese, the ref. Yes, again Patton counters, this time with a pile driver from that crotch hole. Followed on quick reverse double knee hold. He could have him here. No. Almost, but not quite. Trying the cross press. No. Unlucky. Oh, he's been so near this equalizer so often.
5, 6, 7, 8.
England's time wasting like mad here. Feet over the top, the middle rope there, and Patton pulls him away in anger. 2 minutes to go in this bout now, this final round 6. And Patton's got to really hurry if he's got a chance for this equalizer. England, of course, quite happy. He's still got the lead by 1 submission forward. As England went back quickly with that top kick. I think Patton was thinking about it, but he was a little late to operate it. Very nice and flying tackle, but it didn't work, and it's Patton over the top cross press and gets a 2 count. Patton's still a bit worried. This fellow wasting time all the time now. The referee, of course, powerless to add on time as in football. Well, he's getting counted. That's about all the referee can do. And if he can just balance it, about 40 seconds to go. Double leg Nelson failed. England comes back on the attack. Patton a flying tackle again, but through the ropes. And he slammed himself. And this time it's a rising arm roll again by Patton over the top cross press once more and still fails. Oh, he's tried everything, this boy. And he hasn't got much time now. Now he's got a timer, a folding press. 15 seconds to go. Folding press. And he got it. He's got it. What a magnificent comeback. With just about 15 seconds to go in the final round.
In 4 minutes, 45 seconds of the 6th and final round, the equalising fall goes to Pat Patton.
And a magnificent draw. Very well worth
Ladies and
watching.
gentlemen, both wrestlers gaining 1 fall apiece. The referee's decision is a draw. Can I ask for your appreciation for the very beautiful Johnny England and Pat Patton.